Good morning, students. Welcome to online video lecture session of Academic World School Bemitra. My name is Pradeep Tiwari and I am going to deal with the subject computer application for the class ninth. So this is my second lecture on the topic word processor. Today I am going to discuss the topics. Those are header and footer, copy and paste, cut and paste, and the formatting. So let's start the video. I hope you all will be taking the pen and copy and you will be writing down all the important points and you will create a notes. So let's begin the video. So today I'm going to discuss the first topic is that is header and footer. As you must have seen, whenever you are getting any document or any pages or any letter, at the top of the page you are getting some information. If I'll talk about your any subject, you will be getting the subject chapter number and then chapter name and some summary of that chapter at the top of the page. In the same manner, at the bottom of the page you will find some kind of detail like the page number and the author name, and it can be the date. So many things, it can be a logo. So many things you will find at the top of the page and at the bottom of the page, and these common detail appear in each pages of the document. So what are those called? What are they called? So they are called as header and footer. Header means the information which is given at the top of the page. Header always appear at the top of the page and footer always appear at the bottom of the page. So a header or footer is a text or graphics. Text means you can say chapter name, you can say chapter number, you can say time, the date, and the graphics means suppose the logo. If you are working in a company and you are having a logo of your company, if you are employee of any school, so you will be having a logo of a school, so that can also be appear as a header, such as page number, the date, or a company logo that is usually printed at the top or bottom of each page in a document. So they are known as a header, and header is printed in the top margin and a footer is printed in the bottom margin. Now the word comes here, what is margin? So I want to tell you margin means what? The blank space around the edge of the page. Means you must have seen that whenever you are start writing, you are writing something, so you leave some spaces at the top as well as at the bottom, left side, right side. So the blank space, this will be called as a margin. So at the top margin you will find there is a header, and at the bottom side you will find there is a space, and you will find some detail, so that will be called as a footer. Now how to use this header and footer, let's see that. So I have already told you how to start Open Office. So the icon is available on the desktop. Double click on the icon and you will see the window of Open Office will get appear in front of you. In this you have to select this text document. Now this is the window of Open Office Writer. So I have already discussed about the components of the window, all the components we have discussed and all the features of this we know. Now I am going to tell you header and footer. So how to insert header and footer? Header is always available in insert tab, and there you will find there is a header. and here you will find there is a footer. Now header, it is showing the option default. Now what is this default means? Default means here the matter which you are going to take in the header, that will be available in all the pages. Means suppose you are taking here page, or you are writing chapter name word processor, so this word processor will appear in all the pages. Suppose you have taken 5 pages, so in each pages you will find there is a page is given, there is a topic name given. So this default. Now how to insert the field in it? For that you have to go in the field and see, write down this. In this, what fields you can insert? This can be insert in the header as well as in the footer. So first thing we can insert, that is date. Second thing, that is time. Third, that is page number. Fourth, that is page count. What is the difference between page number and page count? So page number means number of page 1 2 3 4, and page count means suppose you are using 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 1 out of 5, so this 5 will be called as a page count. Then subject, title, and author name and other detail can also be available. So let's see, I am going to take here date. So date has come here. Place the cursor where you want these fields. Insert. Then I'll take here time. See, the time is also there, and I am going to take here title. So that is word processor. So this is my header. Now I will move to footer. Click on default. You will be reaching to footer. Now I want to take here, suppose I'm writing here in footer, I have to take field. So go to field and I am going to take here page number. So this is one, and out of you write and just click on page count. Now if I'll take another page, so it will be changing. Let's move to next page. So my dear students, you can check here. Here you can see this is the date, this is the time, and this is the topic name inserted as a header of the page. Now move to the next. Here you can see the page number and the page count is inserted at the bottom of the page. See, 1 out of 3. The same detail has come to the next page. Here at the bottom you will find there is also the same detail. So this is your header and footer. We completed header and footer. So write down the points. You can insert the field in it, that is date, time, page number, page count, subject, title, author, and all details. Let's move to the next topic. Our next topic is what? Copy paste and cut paste. So how you are going to use this copy paste and cut paste, that I am going to explain to you. So this is suppose my paragraph. Now I want to copy and paste. So there are different methods for copy and paste. What is the basic difference between copy paste and cut paste? Let's do the practical. After that I'll tell you. I'm just selecting. Before copying anything, you have to select the matter, then right click, and you will find here there is a copy option. From here you can copy, and then from the standard toolbar also you can copy. This is copy and this is cut option. From edit you can also copy and paste. You can see here the shortcuts are given here: Control plus C, Control plus X, and Control plus V. Shortcut keys for this. Now I'll copy here Control plus C. This is my page number first. See, page number first. I'm moving to the next page. Now I will press Control plus V. So you can see here this paragraph is available here, as well as the bottom of the page in the next page also. So this I have copy and paste. Now if I will cut and paste, so what will happen? You must have observed that when I copy the matter, so the copied matter is available in the source place. This is your source place, and this is your destination place. So when you copy any matter, so it is available at the both places. Source place means where the matter was, and the destination place where the matter will be. So this is what copy and paste. Now I'm going to cut and paste. So before doing that, select the matter, and the shortcut key I have already told you, Control plus X. Now you can see the matter has been disappeared from here. I'm going to take this in new page, Control plus V, C. So now this matter is not available here. This matter is available in the next page. So the basic difference between cut paste and copy paste is that when you are using Control plus, by mistake I have written some wrong here, Control plus C. So this is what your shortcut key. So I was telling you that key, whenever you are copying a matter that goes in a clipboard. Clipboard is a temporary storage of uh, word processor where the matter is stored for short time, and when you will paste it moves to the next page or next document. So Control plus C, Control plus X, and Control plus V. Now copy and cut. In copy the matter is available in both places, source and in the destination place, but in the cut paste the matter is not available in the source place, it is available in the destination place. So I hope this is clear to you. Now next matter is here, that is formatting. So now I'm going to tell you what do you mean by formatting. I want to ask you, suppose you have written a letter, like you have written an application for anything, and in this you have used here font type, that is Times New Roman, and you have used the color, font color is black, and then you have used the alignment left, and you means you have written a letter. Now you want to make changes in the document. So what you are going to do, suppose you want to change the font type, font face, so that can be monotype cursive, and the font size you had taken, that is 12, so you want to take now 14, and the font color was suppose it was black, So now you want to take red. So what you are doing ultimately, you are making changes in the appearance of the text, so that will be called as a formatting. So we will find here there are different type of formatting. The first formatting we are going to discuss, that is character formatting. So what is character formatting? So character formatting is concerned about making decision regarding the font size, text attribute like bold, italic, underline, and text positioning like subscript and superscript. Now, so I'm going to show you how to use that. So first I'm going to cover here, that is changing case in writer. So how we can change case? Change case means what? Whenever you want to change case, suppose you are having a matter in all the small letter and you want them to change into capital letter. How are you going to do that? For that you are going to use there, that is change case option. Change case option is very useful, so, while you are working with the character. When you are working with the character, you will find your matter sometimes you want in capital letter, sometimes you want in small letter, and then sometimes you want that all the first letter of all words should be in capital, and sometimes you want that key all things should be in capital but the first letter should be bigger than that all. So this you can do with the change case. This change case is available in the format tab, and there is option change case. See, so how many change case we have got? Here we have got five types. First one sentence case, second one lower case, upper case, capitalize every word, and toggle case. Suppose I am selecting this and I want to make change in it, so I will go to change case and I'll select here suppose lowercase. So you must have seen that this had changed into the small letters. Lowercase means all small letter. If I will change it into uppercase, this will be changed all together into capital letters. If I will take here capitalize each word, every word. So what will happen here? You must see there the first letter of the word in a sentence convert into the capital letter. As name is suggesting, capitalize each word, capitalize each word. Now sentence case, let's see sentence case. In this, the first letter of the first word in a sentence, the first letter of the first word in a sentence become the capital. So this is what sentence case, not toggle case. Let's see the see. So we discussed here that, so toggle case means what? Toggle case when you are writing all the matter. So when the word is in small letter, the letter is in small letter. In this case, the small letter will become capital letter and the capital letter will become small letter. So this is what called toggle case. Now let's move to the next topic. Now changing font text color. So I'm going to tell you how to change the font, text color and font size and all. So first of all, select this. After selecting, you just go to here. From here you can change the font type, and whatever font you want you can select, and that will be changed. You can change here the size of the text, what size you want. You can apply here bold, italic and underline, and this is style of the text. So this likewise you can make changes in the text color and font size. How to apply color? Select this matter. Suppose you want here color, from here you want, so you can change the text color also. Now format paintbrush and or format painter. So this is very important tool of this. Now suppose this formatting you want to do for this paragraph. So how are you going to use that? For that, what we will do, we will select this, and after that you have to go to format painter. On the standard toolbar you can see here, this is what format painter. Select this and apply wherever you want. You must have seen that, you must have observed that whatever you have made changes in the another paragraph, the same formatting is available for the another paragraph. So the same formatting you need not to do. Once you have done, select that, go to format painter and go to another paragraph, apply over there. You will find it will be available over there. You need not to perform it again and again. So this format painter feature is used to take the all the formatting is done already. Format paintbrush is a tool that you can use to quickly copy formatting. All right, whenever you want to copy the formatting whatever you have done, then you are going to use their format painter. So all I have covered here. Now let's move to the next topic. So today, now I'm going to tell about the paragraph formatting. What is a paragraph? Combination of line you will find. So paragraph formatting is one factor that contributes the most to the final appearance of the document. A paragraph in word processor is any text or items followed by paragraph mark. Now in this I am going to cover the text alignment in writer, the line and paragraph spacing in writer, and paragraph border and shading. So let's see that. Suppose this is my paragraph. So how can you find out this is a paragraph? For that you have to just select that and go to on the standard toolbar. This is your show and hide button. What is that? Show and hide button. So what you have to do, you have to just select that show and hide button. When you will select that show hide button, this symbol will appear at the last of the paragraphs. See here, this is showing this paragraph symbol. So this means this is your paragraph. See here, and this you can see also there is a dot is given. This dot is representing that you have used space bar. What you have used here is space bar. If I will use here, suppose I am using here the tab button, so this tab will be represented as a arrow. You can see here it is as a arrow. Now in this I am going to discuss what is text alignment. So alignment means the Placement of the text on the document is known as a text alignment. So this alignment can be arranged through the formatting toolbar. Here you will find there are four type of alignment is given. Horizontal alignment, that is uh, left alignment, center alignment, right alignment, justify alignment. You will get the shortcut key also. When you click on this left alignment, it is a by default alignment also, make it sure. So this alignment is by default, and whenever you write any matter, that appears to the right left side of the page, left side of the margin. So this is what called left alignment. If I will select here this center, so here the matter will appear to the left and right at the center of the page, and this right at the right side of the page. And this justify, in this justify alignment, the space to the left and right will be maintained properly. You can see here, this is your left side, this is your right side, there is no space is given. Equally it is maintained to the left margin as well as right margin. But if you will see with the left, here you can see some space is maintained. If I will select here right, you can see here space is maintained. But when I will select this justify, no space is there. Write down the shortcut key also. Control plus L for the left alignment, control plus E, don't get confused, control plus E for center alignment, control plus C is for copy the text. Then this right alignment, control plus R, and control plus J for justify alignment. You will find there is a vertical alignment also. In this vertical alignment, what you are going to see that top, bottom, middle, and justify. Now next, there is a line and paragraph spacing. So this line and paragraph spacing you can also maintain with the help of this paragraph dialog box. So how can you do this line and paragraph spacing? For that you have to go to format, then you have to go to paragraph. Here indent and spacing, alignment, everything you can maintain over here, that border and all spacing. Here you can see this. I want to tell you before the paragraph and above the paragraph how much you want space, that you can maintain. Here you can see, here it is showing the preview also, and here it is line spacing 1.5, double, proportional, at least, leading, fixed. So these are the line spacing option. If I'll select here 1.5, so the 1.5 line spacing will be done, and then click on OK. See, so this has come. If you want more than that, for that again you have to go to format, then go to paragraph, and from here you can select there double and click on OK. So double line spacing you will get over here. Now line spacing I have told you, and paragraph spacing, paragraph border and shading. So that with the same dialog box, from here it is given border. Select border, which border you want, left side, right side, all side, and then click on this line, and here you can maintain position of it, this shadow style, and click on OK. So this particular paragraph will be in the border. So this is what paragraph border. Many things you can do with the this paragraph option, but the things which we are going to discuss, that is alignment, I have already told you. I have told you about the border, and then I have told you about the spacing between the paragraph. Let's see, I'll show you. Once again, paragraph above, before the paragraph and below the paragraph. Okay, see, here it has come. So this was your paragraph, border and shading, line spacing, and paragraph spacing, text alignment in writer. And now next one is there, that is page formatting. So page formatting means what? Making setting for the page design and layout. Means it can be page size, page orientation, margin of the page, that will be called as a page formatting. In this we are going to discuss that how we can set the page, how we can set the margin, how we can set the that page border, that we are going to discuss in this option. For that, what you have to do, I'll select this, and in this you will go to page format tab and then page, click over here and see, here you are getting everything what you want. Page, here it is saying that which size page you want, A3 size, A4 size, what size, A5 size, that you can take. From here you can maintain the height and width of the page. Generally we use A4 size page, and the width and the height of the page is like this. Here you can also maintain your own height and width, that is in centimeter, you can maintain in inches also. Now there is a orientation of the page. Orientation means you can use this page in a lengthwise as well as in a widthwise. So portrait and landscape, there are two options which are used for this, lengthwise and landscape widthwise. See, this is your portrait page. Now you can see here, if I'll select this page, now here see, this is widthwise and that was the lengthwise, portrait and landscape. So this was your page. I'll select here portrait. The margin can also be set here with those two method. Margin you can set from here as well as from the ruler. From here, this ruler, you can also set the margin of the page as you want according to your need, left, right, center, left, right, and top and bottom. And the same can be done with the page and this left, right, top and bottom. From here you can set it. Now here background, if you want background you can set the background. Then there is a header, suppose you have taken any header at the top of the page, you have to click on this. In the same, footer, if you have taken any footer on this, if you want, you have to click on footer on, then border option is available. As we have given border to the paragraph, in the same manner we can give border to the page also. Select this whole and select your line, and from here you can select the color, suppose you want this, and the spacing you can give, and click on OK. So you can see the border is available in the page. So likewise you have done the page border.